Sneeko, my friend, my good old friend Sneaky, has brought to us the Epstein files. And I think if I wanted to hear anybody talk about it, because he's quite knowledgeable about it, is going to be my friend Sneeko. He knows what he is talking about. He's not a dumb character. So I'd like to welcome everybody back to another live stream. And here, let's introduce me into the corner of the screen where I belong. And bring up my good man, Sneak. Oh, where are we at? Sneak. Sneaky. There he is. Okay, Sneeko. Now let's bring me back. Where am I at? There I am. Okay. Here we go. Bring this up out of here. Bring my Cash App back up if anybody wants to donate, because I am a poor, broke motherfucker, and rent is due. And we are not monetized yet, but very soon, my friends. Very, very soon. Okay, everybody can see. Let's zoom this in. Welcome to the channel again. Again, this is another drop of the Epstein files, because I guess there's just a whole shitload of shit going on. So, let me just warn everybody really quick and bring myself back up here. This is going to be a little graphic, unfortunately. So, if you have I don't know, just fucking earmuffs, okay? If not, I don't know, you shouldn't be watching this channel. Alright, Sneeko, tell me who we gotta worry about and how bad we are worried about Donald Trump. Well, Jay-Z was all up in Diddy shit too, so we had to assume there was some kind of skeptical shit going on there. But if you're rich and powerful, you are above the law sometimes, correct? Sneeko, I don't know what's going on with that hair. I know, like Myron says, you're the artsy type. Not sure what's going on there. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm not hating on you. Gotta change up the look. I understand. But continue, please. Un momento, por favor. Didn't Elon Musk snitch on Trump about the Epstein files? Wasn't he the one that tweeted about it? And now we're seeing maybe he wanted to jump ahead of the game, and I don't know. Let's let Sneeko talk. What? New achievement! Disclaimer, same here. Can't afford shit. Let me check the audio of this really quick, guys. I'm sorry to pause. I do apologize. I just have to make sure you can hear me. I can hear myself. Everything's good. Because if I'm just talking to the fucking abyss, there's no point in doing this. So just give me like 1.2 seconds. If you got time, go ahead down, like the video, check what's going on. See? Yeah, see, you can't even hear Sneeko. Can you? Yeah, you can't hear Sneeko. See what I mean? Had to check that out. I know exactly what to do, though, I think. I do believe. Audio. It's going to be browser, monitor, and output. We're getting good at this OBS shit, folks. I am. Sam, I am.
Really big bomb. Trump is not releasing the Epstein list because he's implicated.
Can you hear Sneeko now? Let's see again. Try again.
On it. This is Elon Musk.
Sneeko? Let's let the live stream catch up. I'm gonna be so proud of myself if I can hear this, bro. I really am. Sneeko? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's rewind and let's focus, people, focus. Here we go, Sneeko, tell me what's going on.
Why is there not the same demand for Jay-Z to apologize? What's going on here? Elon Musk to Jeffrey Epstein in a 2013 email. When should we head to your island? Why the fuck would you go to that island? Alert. Organize Elon Musk to the island for January 2nd. This is 2013. Organize Elon Musk. So do you remember last summer, Elon Musk was talking about how the reason Trump is not going to release the Epstein list is because he's implicated in the files. So if this is true, a lot of this is allegedly. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get in trouble. If this stuff is true,
either. You guys didn't hear that either.
Then maybe that's why Elon Musk was talking about how Trump was implicated. That's how he knew. I think the tweet word for word was, here's the really big bomb. Trump is not releasing the Epstein list because he's implicated on it. This is Elon Musk, the CEO of Twitter. That went everywhere. Even Ye got it and he said, hey guys, stop fighting. Everybody's freaking out because Elon was supposed to be Trump's top glazer. He was jumping up and down. His shirt was lifting up. He was saying, my heart goes out to you. And then he starts snaking his best friend. And then Elon Musk shows up at the White House the following day or the day after with the giant black eye. And he's like, his eyes are rolling to the back of his head. He's like this. He looks like he's listening to The Weeknd. I can feel my face with a giant black eye looking like an Illuminati ritual. And they said it was because he got in an altercation with somebody in the White House. Other people are saying that this is an Illuminati black eye ritual and they put him in check after he stepped out of line. Because is it really the Illuminati or is it the Epstein list? If you look at Eyes Wide Shut, is it really a satanic Freemason Illuminati ritual or is it a giant blackmail operation for Israel? And if you see that they have overwhelming control, even though Hassan Piker has thrown me under the bus for the past several years.
I'm going to have to get a little more versed on this Israel thing and the Jewish people and what they do. I mean, I know that there's this and then but if I'm going to sit on here, I'm going to have to get myself a little bit more versed on how bad the Jewish people run the world. Because I kind of just been like pushing it off because I don't want to hear about it, but I guess I gotta learn more about it. Anyway, Sneeko, please enrich my mind.
Years for having very similar opinions on me geopolitically. Hassan Piker gets banned on Twitch for calling, he says Zionists are pigs, which is now against Twitch's hate speech policy. Right? He didn't get banned for shocking a dog, allegedly, but he got banned for saying Zionists are pigs.
Well,
and so he's been saying that,
I think he kind of, homeboy Diddler Clancy or whatever his name is, the one that possesses Pegasus, he, Diddler Dan Clancy, he had no choice, man. He just pushed and found the boundaries, and who knows how long he's going to be gone for. Probably not too long, so let's count our blessings while he's gone. I gotta just rearrange this here. I'll let Sneeko keep talking while I do that.
Calling me all types of anti-this, anti-that. You know, basically signaling for the ADL to come after me, even though the ADL's on his ass. And so I did say, extremely rare Hassan W. I don't think he's ever given me props besides saying that he believes I'm a Muslim. But I don't think that makes sense. And this is not in my best interest to say this. My Twitch ban is still being processed. My appeal is still being submitted. So right now what I should say is that, yeah, Hassan Piker should get banned. This is terrible. Zionists aren't pigs. I should throw him under the bus too. But I'm a man of my word. Extremely rare W. Extremely rare W. And I saw he responded today. He was saying that he's been saying this for a long time. I saw criticism from Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross was saying that Hassan Piker is just jumping on the Free Palestine train now when it's trendy. I've been saying Free Palestine long before October 7th. And if we're being factual, Hassan Piker has been saying that Palestine should be free for years. I'm aware of this. I never said otherwise. He's not saying this because it's trendy. He believes that Israel is a colonizer state. He's talking about class and capital. He's coming at it from a communist angle. It's all about class. But he's not going to take it a step further. And this is where this is inevitably going to go. He put out a final message saying, yeah, if I'm banned, you could find me anywhere. Basically saying what I said. You know, it sounded very similar to what I said when I got banned 3 years ago. You guys could find me anywhere. What Hassan Piker needs to address now is that Israel it's not just a class issue. This is how the left gets it jumbled up, and they say, like, they kind of tie it with white supremacy, and they say No, Israel exists for reasons much deeper than just class or money. Israel exists, and I don't know if I could even say this on YouTube, for reasons that are biblical, or go to the Quran, or go to the Torah, right? They're trying to expand it. They want the world. They want the rest of the world to look like Gaza. And you could look into why. I'm not going to say this on YouTube. I just got my channel back. You could look into things like the Red Heifer, the Third Temple. You could see what this is really about, what they want to do to Al-Aqsa Mosque. It's not just political. It's religious. And this is always going to happen. Look at the end times. Hassan says he's Muslim. Is he? I'm not even sure. But he should know this stuff. And I think he's willfully looking away at the bigger problem. So it's time he just embrace it. You know, if you're gonna say you're gonna be the bad guy now, be the bad guy. Stop coping, because at the end of the day, you are running cover for them by not being truthful about what Israel really wants and what the end goal is. Why they really want to ethnically cleanse.
Come on.
Why they could so easily commit genocide. They could so easily commit genocide because
I got to kill my mic and shit. 1 second. Oh.
There is some sort of superiority complex going on. I'm not going to get too deep there on YouTube, but we can cover that later. Well, continuing with the Epstein files, a lot more has been released. Let's see who else is implicated. The DOJ has since killed this link. This is what was there. It was reported that an unidentified female friend was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. And once again, if you still are a Trump supporter, I know there's a lot more on Kick. Someone just gave 500 Kick points, said Israel's releasing some of the files pushing Trump to strike Iran tonight to change the main course of the debate. Maybe. But if you're still a Trump supporter, are there any Trump supporters remaining? I know Amber Rose is. You know, I'm not going to go and she's going to a wedding and she's tied up with them. They're saying RIP headphone users. Let me lower the volume a little bit because I am going to be I'm going to be flying a lot tonight. If you still are a Trump supporter, he said that if you still want the Epstein files released,
why doesn't he get himself a soundboard?
Word for word. Remember that. Any of you Trump shills still in here right now in the chat, reminder, Trump said himself on Truth Social, if you want the Epstein files released, he doesn't want your support. So if you want to see the Israel blackmail operation, this disgusting pedophile on an island, this satanic ritual, equivalent to Eyes Wide Shut, some of the most demonic, evil thing that we've ever seen in our lives, implicating American politicians, American intelligence, Stephen Hawking, and now apparently, allegedly, Elon Musk, he doesn't want your support. If you're still a Trump supporter after that, I don't know what to tell you, but you are running cover for Israel's pedophile operation. She has a friend. At age 16, while modeling, caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. At the New York residence, we've been there. I did a vlog there. It's at East 81st Street in the Upper East Side of New York City. You could I saw inside the apartment, and they were moving out. Like, I had made this great vlog. You could see the people where they were moving out furniture. And at that residence in Upper East Side Manhattan, Ehud Barak, the former Israeli Prime Minister, Ehud Barak was seen there. This is the checkmate for any debates against Zionists. Let me show you. He's there with the face covering at his residency right here. This is Ehud Barak. If this is just a coincidence, maybe Epstein was just a good friend. But if you could see this and know this is a former Israeli prime minister, and you still think that this is for any other intelligence agency other than Mossad, you are a fucking idiot. Like, I'm just gonna be 100%. You're just an idiot, and you're blind to what's really going on. Especially for the fact that Ghislaine Maxwell, that was the bottom bitch for the pimp operation that Epstein was running. Ghislaine Maxwell, his girlfriend, they never got married. Ghislaine Maxwell's father was Robert Maxwell. He was one of the founding fathers of Mossad, one of the founding fathers of Israel, a mobster, a spy. This is not a
That's where Jeffrey Epstein's wealth came from.
legend. This is true. Do you think this is just a coincidence? Again, Epstein was a billionaire. How did Epstein become a multi-billionaire? Did he do anything? No, he was financed by Les Wexner, one of the richest Zionists in the world, lives in Ohio, and he was the CEO of a lot of companies, one of them being Victoria's Secret. It makes you think, what was Victoria's Secret?
He sucked with money, I heard, too. But Victoria's Secret was a company, I don't know why, but I know it was made, and then the guy sold it really fast and made a ton of money, and then it just snowballed from there, I do believe. But Sneeko, I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Secret. Was Victoria's secret being a 13-year-old girl sucking off presidents and American politicians? Was that her secret? Think about that next time you go to the mall. On one occasion, caller reported she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, two twin brothers, Alan and Oren, lured caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Oren raped her best friend, and a third brother, Ty, raped a 14-year-old girl named Katie LNU. Caller named another individual involved in big orgy parties with her. Other young girls, and older Victoria's Secret models. Boom! I didn't even read this yet. Wow, proving my point right here. Other Victoria's Secret models. Again, let's find the connection. Les Wexner was the financier of Jeffrey Epstein. He's why Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire. So is it a coincidence that it was Victoria's Secret models when Les Wexner was the CEO?
Nope.
Of Victoria's Secret? Here he is. Here's Les Wexner. This is stuff that's so easy to find out, and it's crazy to me that it's still considered.
Well, I mean, it's always been there. It's just people, I guess, haven't connected the dots, or hasn't been in writing like this. But I mean, people have their theories. I know I've heard this before. I know this dude's name thrown around with Epstein Island, but now it's just all in writing, and it is 100% the truth. This is literal smoking gun evidence.
Considered a conspiracy theory. Simple Google searches. There they are. Chumming it up. Chumming it up and having a good old time. Here is the New York Times detailing how Les Wexner met sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein as he built wealth. He didn't make any money himself. Yes, Epstein was a smart guy, probably charming, but
He's the fall guy.
he didn't do anything. You don't become a billionaire like that without somebody financing you, without ulterior motives. Let's continue. Including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. And again, there's a painting of Bill Clinton that was found in the Manhattan
In the
residence.
dress. The blue dress.
In Epstein, excuse me.
I can go for a drink too.
In Epstein's residence, they found, Masad got me just now. They found a painting of Bill Clinton. Let me show you. Again, there's a lot of pictures of them together, but here's the painting they found in his house. Oh, wow. Interesting. Look here. Now looky here.
I mean, it's hard to fucking comprehend all this shit, because I hope that it doesn't happen nowadays. I think it's like an old-fashioned thing with a different generation, but this is some fucking weird shit, man. This is weird fucking shit. Ugh. But you gotta learn about it. You gotta know.
It's in Epstein's house. Is this weird to you? So again, when you see Hassan Piker say, you know, the main difference, what separates me from Hassan Piker, I'm not a communist. Hassan Piker will also differentiate and call me manosphere, call me red pill and stuff like that, because I talk about some of the evils that comes along with transgenderism. Right, not all of it. I don't hate trans people. He likes to insinuate that. He wears dresses and stuff. You know, he can do what he does, and that is his target demographic. Same thing with Mamdanis. And it's actually very effective to get popular support. But when you see stuff like this and you see how it's used in their demonic activity, right, this cross-dressing, discussing stuff, it does help you rethink it a little bit. And I am going a little bit far on YouTube right now. I'm going to try to be a little bit careful. Thank you for the $10. Sneeko, Slim Shady, Top G. Thanks. The hair, it's starting to come in a little bit. Anyway. Online complainant reported she was a victim and witness to a sex trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California between 95 and 96. Complainant reported Ghislaine Maxwell as the madam and broker for sex parties, the bottom bitch. Again, Ghislaine Maxwell is the daughter of Robert Maxwell, founder of Mossad. Clients whom included Epstein, Robert Leach, and Donald Trump. Complainant reported participating in orgies that some girls went missing, rumored to have been murdered and buried at the facility. Complainant reported being threatened by Trump's then head of security that if she ever talked of what went on there, or who she saw, he would end up as fertilizer for the back 9 holes like the other cunts. Oof. Cablaine claims to have video of high-profile parties dealing with cartels and having witnessed Robert Leach strangle a young girl to death at a party. And this is, again, why I know the Epstein stuff is funny and people do aura edits, and, you know, Nick Fuentes is selling merch for that stuff. He used a picture of me to promote it. And it stuff is funny, and I understand the edgy aspect of it, but
At the end of the day, there's a lot of fucking people that have been harmed and, as you can see, dead, killed. It's a fucking horrible, horrible situation. I just gotta wait for my earphone to catch up here. Did it?
really don't want to trivialize how evil this stuff was. Right, if what we just know was just underage girls, I think it goes a lot deeper than that. I don't think that's schizo-conspiracy theory. I think it's as evil as what these files are depicting, and I think it's, if this is just what we know at the surface, I think it goes much further than that. And I think it's more evil than we could really imagine. So yeah, it is funny, and the quarter zip looks nice. I'm not making money from that, but let's remember what this is really about. Let's remember what these people are capable of. Thanks for the 20. He said, hey, let's Jewish emergency distraction says, hey, let's talk about something else. Perhaps the threat of radical Islamic people. Okay, all right, yeah, let's talk about Islamic terrorism. Let's talk about the radical Islamists. Let's talk about the Islamic invasion of America. And again, it's a good reminder. Thank you again for the dono. They were trying to paint a narrative that there's an Islamic takeover. Right, they're trying to talk about the Somali daycares. Let's talk about what's really going on. Is this an Islamic takeover? Because people implicated here at the top level, they're not Muslim. The people at the top level of this Epstein files, there's no Muslims involved. In fact, it's white Christians and it's the Jewish elite.
So it's basically a distraction, is what they're trying to do right now. I can't believe that Trump could sit and sit on his high horse at his throne right now with everything, knowing that this could drop at any minute. And now that it did drop, it's like, how do you react? Do you just act like it doesn't happen? It didn't happen? Because there's a lot of implications here that something is up. And I don't know, man. I'm fucking confused myself.
That's what's going on. And I'm not saying it's all Jews. I'm not saying it's all this, but it's white Christians who have worked to sell out our country with the rich Zionist elite. That's what's really happening. That's who's taking over this country. And what I think is an important issue too.
Now, now here's something I've learned. White Zionist, that would be a Jewish person. A Zionist is a person that is a Jewish person that thinks that the Jews deserve their own space, I believe. Might sound stupid right now, but I'm learning.
To mention here, if you look at the Epstein list and you look at the people that are, if you look at the wall kissers, I'm going a little bit far on YouTube, but it's a lot of white Christians who have sold out our country to Israel. Right? Maybe they were blackmailed, but it's a very important figure to remember. It's very important to remember who sold out this country, right? I do think people like Trump need to take some of the blame, because when something like the Somali daycare happens, they blame all Muslims. When something like, they don't like Ilhan Omar, they blame Muslims.
I mean, it doesn't take away from what happened with what they did and everybody's to blame for some reason somehow. But I mean, this is fucking egregious. But it doesn't make everything okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Now, hold on, everybody's fucked up in this world. But they're just trying to push the blame more. It doesn't take away from what they did, because they're still committing fraud. It's not like they made them commit fraud, but I understand what you're saying, Sneak.
But when it's people like Trump who are implicated in these files, allegedly, Trump Jr. too, who follows me on Twitter, I've spoken to him before, when these people are implicated.
Do you think Trump Jr. knows about that shit, though? I mean, you think your dad's going to sit down and be like, well, listen, you got to go do this on this island in order to become... I don't know. I'm sure he does at this point, but I'll just let Sneeko talk, because I am just guessing.
In the files, and I don't know if this is true. You know, this is coming out from the DOJ, who's since killed the link. Why can't we blame Why is the blame not put on white Christians? And again, you're saying OW brown clown. People get upset about that. If you're going to blame Muslims for what happened in the Somali daycares, then you need to blame white. Let's be consistent here. If you believe it was Tyler Robinson who assassinated Charlie Kirk, let's be consistent. Continuing with these files. Complaint was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research showed 3 separate incidents involving police, which requested in mandatory psychiatric evaluations. So many of these people ended up dead.
Yeah.
So many of the accusers, coincidentally, same thing with Hillary Clinton and every people who accuse Hillary and Bill Clinton of heinous acts. How many people who have accused the Clintons ended up dead? Missing. How many of them ended up committing suicide? This is the Matrix. Here's a file. Epstein victim raped by Bush and witness babies dismembered. Again, this is alleged. These are emails. Can't prove this, but thanks. I didn't realize Bush raped him too.
Big or little Bush?
He was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scimitar but left no scarring. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating feces from these
This is hard, bro. This is fucking rough.
intestines. Oh, man.
Yeah.
He was also raped by George Bush 1. Victim disclosed he was escorted by the FBI building by Michael Moore, who was the creator of The True Pundit, described by multiple online sources as a conspiracy-driven news website that attempts to paint the FBI in a bad light. Moore has a criminal record as a lawsuit of FBI investigation.
Who are these emails coming from? I'm not doubting their legitimacy, but I can't really see up in there. But fuck, man, this is rough.
Again, I do believe that people might call you a low IQ anti-Semite. They call you crazy conspiracy theorist. I think it goes much deeper. I think it goes much deeper than just, underage girls on an island. And again, if we look at from 2 years ago, remember the Balenciaga ad?
I think
And this
so,
is why I
with the
boycott
kids.
Balenciaga. Remember this? I think they're showing you exactly what they're doing. I think it's as evil as people describe. This is a Balenciaga ad campaign.
Damn. It's fucking hard to watch, dude.
And they say it was just somebody on the marketing team, somebody who went too far. I don't think so.
So what, are they just throwing your face just to fucking show how cool they are? Or is it an ad to be on the island? I don't understand.
I think they're showing you to their face what they're capable of and what they do. I think if you look at the artwork of John Podesta, and we will go through the rest of these files too, show you some of this art. The pedo Satanist elites and all that, how to make it as, they call this stuff art, but look at this. These children look horrified. They look scared. They're all wearing red shoes, and they say the red shoes. This stuff is absolutely disgusting. So, I think it goes much further. I think there were sacrificial rituals. If you look at the worship that they had on that island.
No, you guys can't have any.
It goes much further. It's really dark stuff. Epstein with the smiling emoji asked former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak to clarify he does not work for Mossad in a meeting with senior Qatari investment. Oh, we don't work for Mossad. Where is that? Are you going to be on London? You should make it clear that I don't work for Mossad. Smiley face. This is 2018 from Ehud Barak. Oh, this is Epstein. Epstein is asking Ehud Barak to clarify, winking emoji, smiley face. I don't work for Mossad. Sure. Do you believe this?
So I wish I was talking to Sneeko personally, but so how is Netanyahu connected to, I know Mossad is a Jewish system or Jewish secret system, but how is Netanyahu connected to them?
Continuing with the files. The Justice Department has deleted all the files in which various allegations against Trump, including rape and trafficking, in the newly released Epstein files today. Why did they delete this right away? We'll see how long this is able to stay up on X. Thank you again. 20 from Jewish Emergency Distractor said, can you discuss your top 500 songs and then move on to movies and TV shows? No, I can't. I'm going to talk about this and not get distracted by listing out my favorite 500 movies.
Right?
Jewish Emergency Distractor.
That's funny.
He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the... Oh, my lord, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if you can go in detail with this, bro. I'm trying to eat.
Here are the names right here if you can't see. It says Jeffrey Epstein,
Musk,
Elon Musk,
Donald Trump Jr.
and Donald Trump Jr. I don't know Donald Trump Jr.
And
says
Bob
Trump
Shapiro,
twice.
which is what?
Some of the
Ben
other ones
Shapiro's
list Donald
fucking
Trump Jr.
father?
Oh, man. Okay, let's get through this.
Forced
He
to give
measured
oral
the
sex
children's
to
vulva
Donald
and
Trump?
vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump and Eric Trump were there.
Have a short life
Attorney
on
Alan
fucking YouTube.
Dershowitz. Dershowitz was Epstein's lawyer. Dershowitz is appearing on the Piers Morgan show. Dershowitz
This is horrible.
is the lawyer we saw recently. I think was the lawyer, if I'm not mistaken.
So what do you think the backlash of this shit's gonna be, man? Like, these people need to be arrested immediately. If this is proved all legitimate, this is absolutely turning the world upside down. Our president, unfortunately, needs to be impeached because is he getting blowjobs from fucking Donald Musk or Elon Musk and fucking, oh man.
Of the mayor of Miami Beach, the one who said it was disgusting that we were enjoying the song that got us in so much trouble. Show you Alan Dershowitz. Again, he's appearing in all these places.
He looks like a little
This guy
fucking
here.
diddler.
Alan Dershowitz, Epstein's lawyer.
This is horrible.
Can you hear this?
No.
Oh, no, we can't hear it. Hold on. It's one ugly motherfucker right
Criminal
here.
investigation, the FBI
Who's
folio of their reports and what they did and did not do. Okay. Separate and apart reports and what they did and did not do.
Excuse me. There's an echo. I hear the
Gotta
echo.
work on that OBS.
Reading this.
Audio, settings, advanced settings, input, and no output. Something like that.
Depositions, which are the interviews that you have in those pre-trial examinations before trial. And there are things that were sealed by judges. And what you told me, I have followed up on with other sources. And to the extent that there is any grouping of 20 people that survivors kept...
Obviously, he voted not to release the Epstein files, correct? I mean, why would he want the Epstein files to be released?
telling authorities about who knew, who they were trafficked to.
No wonder the motherfucker got killed in jail. This is fucking crazy if this shit got out. And he was ready to flip on everybody, I'm sure. Because he was just like a front. He was a face that was ready to take the fall.
Who had to be acted upon and never were, apparently. That's where those names would be sealed. Do you believe that? And if so,
He got a ball sack neck.
was there anything that could be done about that?
Yeah, we could go to the courts and seek to unseal it, but I want to focus on your prior guest.
Yeah, you want to fucking change the subject. This is like hard to even like... man.
Because she focused on a woman named Farmer. Now, Farmer accused lots of people. All of them were Jewish. She said, quote, I have a hard time with Jewish people. All the Jewish people I met are pedophiles.
Okay, so now he's claiming anti-Semitism. Like, Epstein's lawyer is
We've seen that fucking trick before in our day and age.
using the same talking points as Piers Morgan.
Who run the world economy. She talks about the Rothschilds. She is a blatant anti-Semite.
Wow.
And
But now come to find out she's telling the truth. Sorry. Sorry. Somebody was next door. I check the cameras real quick. All right. Well, let's get back to it.
You know what? Here again, I don't want to hear anything from. I'm not taking shit from wall kissers. I am not going to be told by Epstein's lawyer that we can't look into this because you're anti-Semitic. I'm just done with that. We're done with that. We are not going to be silenced by Jeffrey Epstein's lawyer for anti-Semitism.
She said she didn't accuse me, but she said she saw me in Jeffrey Epstein's house before I ever met Jeffrey Epstein. She clearly, provably lied about me.
And again, this guy here, this interviewer here was also criticizing Ye for being anti-Semitic when he dropped the song that everybody got upset about. Again, thank you for the 500 points on Kick. He said Dershowitz was also the lawyer of Israel's Hague allegations of genocide. You can't make this up. Yes, he was both lawyers of Israel and Epstein. Wow. I'm sure that's also just a coincidence.
And so what we have is both sides of the coin. We have people who are truly abused and who are telling the truth, and they ought to be listened to, and we ought to punish anybody who did anything illegal and criminal. And then we have the farmers of the world. We have another woman named Sarah Ransom, who claimed she had videotapes of Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Richard Branson, and a bunch of other people, and Donald Trump, videotaped of them having sex with children. And then she admitted she made up the whole thing. So we have to not throw out the Constitution here.
Really?
We have to remember the presumption of innocence. We have to remember that there are false accusations here. I was a victim of a false...
He's a victim, I'm sure. Okay, well, here's Aiden's response to Hassan yesterday. Let's go see.
No, no way! Yes! Oh my God! Oh!
And they didn't look into why. I did briefly cover this yesterday, but again, Hassan was banned for saying Zionist pigs. For saying Zionist, not for shocking a dog, not for platforming Houthis or anything, for saying Zionist pigs.
Cuff him, cuff him. Oh my God. Oh my God, I know, I'm gonna look. Oh my God, stop. Cuff him. There is no way, cuff him. I'm gonna celebrate. No,
Go to the streamer band. Fearbo might be getting his check.
Yes! Fuck yes!
Is that real?
You fucking dog abuser! You hate America! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Move to China. Bye! Hold on, we gotta fact check this.
Fact check!
I'll say that I don't think Hassan loves America. I can see his point.
Streamer bands.
Hold on, chat!
Fact check, hold on.
Hold on! Yes!
And I don't think Aiden is doing this because of all this. Aiden just personally dislikes Hassan because of Hassan being Hassan in our generation. But I mean, it's hard to even make jokes right now, man.
I'm smoking on Hassan!
What you banging? What you...
Oh shit! LOL! Hassan.
We did get him. We did get him.
Hassan. Yes, I'm fucking smoking on you. You fucking suck. I always do.
Come on,
Knew there was something weird about you, bro. Stop
right
abusing Kaya, and this wouldn't happen.
I guess that's not why he was banned. And if you're gonna say, look, everybody here.
Holy shit! It just fucking clicked. It just clicked. Hassan was banned because he was actually telling the fucking truth. He's actually bringing it to light. So now he had to get fucking banned because of it. Holy shit. Wow. Wow.
Free Palestine, correct? We understand Israel has overwhelming control in America. We want to stop that. So we should look at that ban. We should look at that ban and figure out if that's fair. He had more to say here.
Hassan said, motherfucker says free Palestine one time, smelling Trump's throat to taste the some dick. Celebrates when a pro-Palestinian content gets banned. Bro, hey, Hassan, no, hold on. Hassan, you are the most ironic hypocrite. You will purposely wait for trends to be more popular. I guarantee you are not saying free Palestine first before everyone.
Differences aside with Hassan, he was saying this for a long time.
He was.
That's.
He was.
I talk facts. He was. One of the streamers who's been on this for.
Again, I don't want to make jokes right now, but I just saw my dog poke out from the fucking window. Looking out the window. Look at Booties. Oh. Alright, we only got a couple more minutes left. Oh, man.
For a long time. Same thing here. We got to remember, I was saying free Palestine long before October 7th.
A lot of these people that do say free Palestine right now are not saying it for, I don't think, the reasons that they think that they are. And I don't know. This is just a lot for me, man. It's a lot.
And no, Hassan was not on that because it's trendy. That's a fact.
Hassan personally was not. No. Others, maybe. Hassan, no.
I guarantee you weren't. You wait for people to make it a mainstream thing before you start talking about it. How come
Saying El Sneeko friend, Aiden's my friend, but I'm being truthful about this. Do you want me to lie? This is just the truth, bro. He's been saying this, I think, since like, I've seen it since back in 2018.
we didn't come at ICE earlier? Why are you coming at them now when the whole world does? You're a pathetic pussy, and you're a political streamer who couldn't get a stream with the president like I could, and you could never. You suck, bro, and you're almost...
See, Aiden isn't, he's not yelling at him, I don't think, because of his Jewish heritage and everything. I think he's yelling at him just because he dislikes him. And yes, he is Jewish, and he thinks Hassan has his number personally, but Hassan has a different, it's deeper than just Aiden.
almost 40 years old, and
But Aiden is taking it personal.
I'm half your age. I'm doing way better than you, bro. So go ahead and convince your dumb, stupid fucking fan base that you fucking, it's okay to be tranny.
And also, I think maybe Hassan needs to just try to maybe approach his wording differently. I mean, the way he comes off, I don't know. It's hard to bring people to his side if you're not on his side. I feel like a fucking asshole right now because I wasn't a fan of Hassan. But it's just because the way he spoke and the way he talked down to everybody and how he was so cocky and confident and just came off like a piece of shit. But, I mean, mark my words, I'm going to start listening to him a little bit more and stop being so judgmental.
Me at 13 years old. You're part of the problem, bro. Fuck you, leave America. You hate it so much. Sell your fucking $5.5 million crib in LA and go move to fucking China like you want to. You traitor.
So yeah, he's brought up several issues. I do think that Hassan hates America to some extent. I think he's going to say, Hassan has said it's a colonizer state and America has committed genocide across the world. America works hand in hand with Israel and it's a class issue, right? Also, I do think that he's falsely equating the ICE issue to Israel, and that stuff doesn't make a lot of sense, and I think that is distracting. But he's been consistent about Palestine, 100%. 100%. Continuing with the Epstein files, because I think this is the most important issue to talk about. And if you want to checkmate anybody on the Zionist issue, you just got to bring this stuff up. It's very clear who Epstein worked for. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. And in here listed, Jeffrey Epstein, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and I think Donald Trump Jr. And again, they're saying this. Who else is listed? Dershowitz, Ghislaine Maxwell, Bob Shapiro. He forced to allow them to penetrate us as 13 years old when Donald Trump raped me. Ghislaine Maxwell was also present. And so I don't know what happened to her now. I don't know who this accuser was. Let's see if she's still alive. Grok has responded. Based on recent reports from Fox News, DOJ, who's the accuser here? Is she still alive? So many of these people have ended up dead or missing. Now they're saying Jay-Z has also been found in the Epstein files. Again, this proves my theory, if this is true, that this goes much deeper than just underage girls. Jay-Z was seen with Marina Abramovich doing this ritual. And again, this is stuff you shouldn't really show. I'm not sure how far you can go on YouTube about this. But here's Jay-Z.
Well, I mean, as far as like YouTube trying to censor it, you can go ahead and do whatever you want as long as you're, like, if they're trying to cover it up in any which way, shape, or form, it's incriminating, isn't it? At this point, they fucking ban this video. It's like, hello, you know? I mean,
a well-known witch. I think you can even see the dance that he did on YouTube. I'll show you. Oud Billah. This is important to know. Jay-Z. Marina Abramovich. Where's the video? Here it is.
We've all seen this video. We just didn't know the meaning.
You know, so today it's kind of
On my left hand now.
It's gonna get demonetized.
Why? It shouldn't. It should not in any which way, shape, or
That
form.
nose is crazy, bro. That nose is insane.
That's a
Let's
schnoz.
see the dance.
Oh, for the music. Yes, it will get demonetized for the music.
Don't want to get copyrighted. Let's speed this up.
Just keep talking over the top of it, and you should be okay. As long as you get commentary, I'll help out with my video, at least talking over the top of it.
I don't know if this is the actual video. I'll show you from the witch cooking. Here.
I mean, it's all in front of our face now. Shit, man. This is some
This looks like
creepy
soul
fucking
transfer.
shit.
You look at her eyes here.
Yeah.
It's much deeper than just a dance. Thank you for the 20.
Yeah.
Thank you for discussing these vapid anti-Semites like Hassan. Much more entertaining than some hoax files. Shut up, bro. Stop trolling. Here's Marina Abramovich. You don't know a little bit further. There she is with the Antichrist cross. Oh no, it's not. This is just a. This must be some sort of satanic necklace. Again, here she is dressed in red. She's known for doing spirit cook. Yeah, here she is. These are the these witch cooking. Because it goes much deeper. The transfer of soul, sacrifices to the god of Moloch. Right. It's demonic. So let's read. How is Jay-Z implicated? In approximately 1994, blank, blank, blank revealed herself to blank as a past victim of sex abuse by Epstien, described the abuse occurred during parties, further identified as a friend of blank. In approximately 96, resided with blank, blank in an unknown man abducted from her home when she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, again, if you don't remember, was one of the front runners of the Me Too movement, known to get women to sleep with him in order to make better movies. He would get these Hollywood actors, Harvey Weinstein, he would get Hollywood actresses to sleep with him, allegedly, in order to get roles in movies, because he was one of the lead executive producers and one of the favorite producers of Quentin Tarantino. Tarantino married to an Israeli woman. Weinstein Productions. I love Tarantino's movies, but it is what it is. If you look at any Tarantino movie, and again, I love Inglourious Bastards. Inglourious Bastards has a clear political motive. It does depict things that happened in World War II, inaccurately, but Inglourious Bastards is about a Jew.
Another person I'm looking forward to watching a video about this is Myron Gaines. I just saw his live stream notification go. So I'm going to go right over to this after. Probably not going to live stream that though, because Myron just is Myron. And I would get banned on YouTube. Love Myron though. I absolutely love Myron.
Jewish rogue military group that goes and assassinates Nazis. It shows, black people as the heroes, and it shows the Nazis as the villains. This is what Inglourious Bastards was all about. Here, they're carving. The final scene is them carving a swastika into the forehead of an SS officer. Great film, but is depicting history in a way that's not factual. So Harvey Weinstein is now implicated in the Epstein files, and I'll show you who Tarantino's married to. Quentin Tarantino, huge Hollywood director, is married to Daniela Pick. Daniela Pick was born in Israel, the daughter of songwriter Savika Pick. Spouse, and they got married in 2018. Funnily enough, around the same time as what is the dates in these files. A lot of it has been from 2018. Funny. An unknown man abducted from her home, which she later awoke in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Sean Carter, Jay-Z. Well, Weinstein had inserted his fingers into blank. Blank believes she was in Epstein's mansion in Florida. Estimated she was abducted on 7 occasions, awaking each time in an opulent indoor setting. Suffered from sex abuse on multiple of those occasions in which Epstein participated.
Hard watch, man.
Were called Leon Black and William Barr. And funnily enough, considering...
I want to comment and talk over it, but like I'm learning so much right now about shit that I had absolutely no clue about. And it's just, people have said it all along.
The Ye concert in Mexico is starting very soon. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is not implicated in any of these files. Ye is the one who Live Nation is saying cannot perform in the United States of America. Ye is the one who was canceled.
Makes you question everything. Everything.
Ye is the one the media is calling evil. Ye is the one who they are demanding an apology from. Are they demanding an apology from Jay-Z?
Nope.
Jay-Z is now allegedly implicated in these files published by...
We haven't heard anything from Jay-Z in what, years? Years.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, has now listed Jay-Z here, next to Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Why is there not the same demand for Jay-Z to apologize?
Well, now you got to worry about what P. Diddy's doing. He's got to be in there too. He's got to be something going on with that. I mean, Jay-Z's got to be absolutely shitting his fucking pants at the moment.
Apologize. Is this not worse? Monster, goblin, Blockison, zombie with no conscience. Question, what do these things all have in common? Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster.
Now we do.
If this is true, should we not be demanding an apology from Jay-Z?
More than an apology, bro. Prison time.
But Ye is the one. Ye is the one canceled. Ye is the one debanked.
They make Kanye West look like he's fucking crazy.
Ye is the one who you can't play his music on Spotify. I'm the one who the mayor of Miami, a sitting politician of our country, the mayor, same mayor who's going to kiss the wall in Israel. He's the one saying I'm disgusting and I'm not welcome in Miami anymore. Shouldn't we apply the pressure on these people?
Absolutely. 100%. Damn, Sneeko.
Continuing on. Estimated she was abducted 7 occasions, awaking each time in an opulent indoor setting, suffered from sex abuse on multiple of those occasions. I'm seeing some people are saying there's links from implicating Pusha T as well, who has also distanced himself from Ye.
I'm looking forward to hearing Myron's opinion about this right afterward. I'm definitely going right there. I'm not going to be live streaming it though, like I said, because Myron just very no filter, stands on business, 10 toes down. And I can't take much more of these files. I mean,
there's more from the DOJ. Someone sent me this link here. We read this earlier. Victoria's Secret went missing.
Very difficult.
Ex-girlfriend's daughters were victims of Epstein and one was murdered. And there you go. Baal, Lucifer, Muslim, Jews, Buddhists, says Lake of Fire, schizo stuff. Daughters were victims of Epstein and one was murdered. While working as a limousine driver, complainant recalled picking up Donald Trump in 1995 to take him to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. During that...
We heard about this. We already heard it. Well, this has already been thrown out in the public a little bit. And then it was like a note. And then this person died or something like that, I believe.
That ride, complainant recalled some of the things Trump spoke about on his cell phone were very concerning and described being a few seconds from pulling the limousine over on the median and within a few seconds of pulling them out of the car and hurting him, due to some of the things he was saying. Complainant noted Trump repeatedly stated the name Jeffrey while on the phone. One of the complainant's ex-girlfriend's daughters told complainant Trump raped her, as did Epstein. Callers talking about crimes committed against her. She claims to be a prisoner. She references Lisa Marie Presley, the British royal family. The royal family. President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. So there we have the UK, America, and Israel. Again,
I think Donald Trump's got some explaining to do, man.
For the 10, the Marina Abramovich lady is a witch. She does spirit cooking dinners, which I'm sure you're aware of. I just spoke about that. Have you seen Michelle Lamy, the wife of Rick Owens? Linked to rappers like A$AP Rocky, by the way, W Top G. Yes, I've seen all this stuff. Yes, I like A$AP Rocky. Yes, I like a lot of Jay-Z's music, but I'll show you this. And this is the type of stuff that you don't want to show. It could get, you know, collaborations and stuff. But I did see this. This is the beginning of A$AP Mob. This is stuff online. I don't know about this. I can't tell you too much about this, but I have seen this before. There's A$AP Mob, A$AP Yams. There they are on a pentagram, doing rituals very similar to Marina Abramovich. I like A$AP Rocky. I don't know if he's. I'm gonna hope the best for him. But this is public online. You're saying Illuminati might be real. I think Illuminati is a cover. I think it all goes back to Israel. To be perfectly clear. Complainant following up after a call with NYPD officer regarding her previous trip reported that she was forced to perform sex acts when she was 13 years old and pregnant in 1984. Complainant also reported there were high-profile individuals involved in her trafficking and murder and disposal of her newborn daughter. Complainant reported Donald Trump participated regularly in paying money to force her to perform sex acts with him and alleged Trump was present when her uncle murdered her newborn child. Caller was taken by boat to Epstein Island. Caller said it was complicated and involved Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Caller became a school counselor and had a meeting with the school principal, Linda Kitts, and a police officer where the caller was informed there were pictures of herself. And they're talking about Trump and the modeling, you know, getting young models in 1998 from New York. Caller reported the school was mad at her for not being a Trump person and that the school wanted her to testify and say things against Andrew Cuomo. Cuomo, who they are calling a sex pest. Cuomo recently just ran against Zohar Mamdani. Andrew Cuomo, a former governor of New York who just lost the race against Zohar Mamdani in New York City. Andrew Cuomo, who has been implicated in strange sex acts, also alleged. I'm not accusing him of anything. The FBI and Donald Trump were on the phone during the meeting. Caller believes the FBI has baby pictures of her with Epstein. Disgusting. Caller reported that in 1987, a friend was out drinking and ended up at Trump Plaza. Victim saw Donald Trump and wanted to meet him. An unknown man approached her and offered to introduce her to Trump. The unknown man gave victim a drink, and victim one woke up naked and sore with $300 on the bed. Only $300? Ah! Victim one didn't remember how she got to the room. She remembered seeing a flash of Trump's face. It's probably GHB. Maybe it could have been any drug. Victim one called the caller and told her she thought she had been raped. Victim one did not go to a hospital to have a rape kit performed because she didn't think anyone would believe her, especially because she was drunk. Victim one's husband's businesses had problems with suppliers, and victim one believed Trump was behind it. Victim one also started dating a lawyer, identifiers unknown, who was married. Victim one had a fight with her lawyer boyfriend and went to a bar. Victim one left a bar with a man who no one in the bar recognized but seemed familiar with. Victim one was never seen again. A few years ago, remains were discovered that matched the description of what victim one was wearing and what was missing. DNA tests at the time were inconclusive. They're saying they found body parts, but it was inconclusive. In 2004, 2005, Sir Ivan Wilczek hosted a party where Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Donald Trump were in attendance. Sammy Sosa, Cuban baseball player. Patty's PR agent stood at the door. At the party, caller met with an individual who was approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who was brought from Oklahoma to a modeling job.
He must just abruptly end this video because there's only 30 seconds left.
Who then sold to a man in France. Sold. There you go, child trafficking.
He is going to abruptly end because it looks like in his chat, Kanye West just went live in Mexico. I watched on Aiden Ross's stream earlier, but this is just way deeper and crazier than anything that I would have ever thought.
Allegedly. And a woman, possibly known as Colette LNU, was the madam. A couple years later, caller saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York, and she told one of the Santos friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her, and that he could pay her a lot of money.
Well, that opened my eyes to a lot. That broadened my horizons. It just makes me gonna go on and question everything. I'd like to say thank you to Sneeko for just putting this out there like that. And normally I'd like to talk a little bit more during the videos, but like I said, I wanted to educate myself a little bit and figure out what the hell all this was about. I am going to repost this as a video. W Sneeko. If anybody sees Sneeko, go like his video, go subscribe to his channel. Quite the video, hard watch. Thank you for being here.